Why do you keep failing prop firm challenges, even though you know your strategy works? Why do you do well when backtesting on demo accounts and maybe even small personal accounts, while you blow challenge after challenge after challenge? And here's the part that hurts the most. Every failed challenge doesn't just cost money. It chips away at your confidence. It affects how you see yourself, not just as a trader, but more so as a person. And the uncomfortable truth is, 90% of traders don't fail because of strategy. They fail because of psychology. And if you don't fix this, it won't just be another reset. It'll be years of repeating the same cycle over and over again. Clocking in work every day, not in control of your own time, being told what and when to work. Stay with me, because fixing this might be the difference between staying stuck and finally getting the freedom you've always dreamt of. The statistics are brutal. Around 90% and maybe even more of traders fail step 1 of a prop firm challenge, and even more fail at step 2. When you break that down, the likelihood of you actually getting funded is closer to 5% or less. But here's the truth you probably don't want to admit. It's not that you actually lack the skill, it's that when the pressure shows up, your ability to apply yourself goes flying out the window. And you feel it. You hesitate, you second guess, and you FOMO trade. That's why you keep repeating the same patterns over and over. Breaking max drawdown rules, over trading after a loss, revenge trading to get back to break even, abandoning your plan the moment pressure kicks in. And here's the key thing you need to get to grips with. Prop firm challenges don't test your strategy, they test your emotional control under pressure. Because if you didn't already have a strategy with a proven edge before the challenge, then the challenge itself isn't a test. It's just gambling and hoping, and hope has never built consistency or freedom. Anyway, let's dive into 3 common mistakes you probably repeat every single week. Mistake number 1, treating the challenge like a one-shot. You approach the challenge thinking, this has to work, or I'm done. But that mindset creates a fear of missing trades, a fear of losing, and overconfidence after wins. So you stop trading your system and you start trading with your emotions. And the irony is that the more you need the challenge to work, the worse you actually trade. Funded traders don't see it as a lottery ticket. They see it as just another series of executions. And that mindset alone removes half the pressure. Mistake number 2, letting losses affect your identity. One losing trade shouldn't mean anything, but for you it does. You say to yourself, I'm failing again. I always mess this up. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Now you're no longer trading the market, but you're trading your emotions and your self-worth. That's when rules get broken. That's when discipline disappears. And over time, this doesn't just hurt your trading, it bleeds into how you show up everywhere else. Mistake number 3, trying to trade back losses quickly. After a loss, you do the exact opposite of what you should do. You speed up, you increase your lot size, you lower your standards, and you take terrible setups. But why does this happen? Psychologically, you can't handle the pain of losing. Professional traders slow down after a loss. You, on the other hand, you try to escape the pain, and that difference is everything. One pattern we've seen repeatedly when talking to traders who finally passed and got funded is their breakthrough didn't come from a new strategy. It came when they stopped obsessing over the daily P&L. They focused on execution quality. They set emotional limits, not just risk limits. And they treated psychology as a skill, not motivation. Florian, one of our best performing traders, told us that the moment that changed everything for him actually wasn't a big win. It was the first time that he followed his plan perfectly after a loss. Now, he's 27, he's completely free from a job, lives on his own time, he travels the world, and just last year in 2025, he made over 250k in prop firm payouts alone. Not because he was chasing wins, but because he mastered himself. And that's the same shift you need to make if you want real consistency, not just another lucky run. If you failed challenges before, it doesn't mean that you're bad at trading. It means you were never taught how to perform under pressure. Because in trading, psychology is not optional. It is the edge. And if you ignore it, your cycle continues. You'll be stuck in the same 9 to 5 that you hate, reporting it to a manager that you don't like, losing money blowing through challenges, dreading Mondays, and the list goes on. But when you finally take it serious, the win isn't just getting funded and getting payouts. It's proving to yourself what you're capable of. It's rebuilding trust within yourself, and it's taking one real step closer to freedom, built on control, not luck. This video alone isn't a solution, but it's the awareness that most traders never reach. And once you see this clearly, you realize why the traders who progress fastest don't do it alone. This doesn't have to be another reset. It can actually be the turning point. So stay tuned and lock in.